Good morning. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not wearing a mic. So today, Thursday, and gotta take the little DOG out for WALK. Can't say that out loud because, she'll just get on crazy. So gotta do a few things today, but I really want to focus on creating the stickers. Now I'm having a problem with the coloring, and that could be my printer. That I know I'm loaded up in ink because I just changed all of the little ink things. And yeah, so let's carry on with the day and see where it takes us and see what kind of creativity is coming in. I'm in my kitchen and I'm going to begin with making breakfast. So let's get on with it. Steve has some toast and cheese, and today he wants, what do we have? Salami. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fry some of that stuff up. And then we do have coffee, but it's instant coffee. So we're having instant coffee this morning, but I steam it up with milk. It takes away the bitterness and everything else. So we're going to be doing that. And then we're going to have some breakfast. Alrighty. I don't know, but it makes a difference. Now I'm on a walk. My mind is on creating things and what I should be creating, and wanting to create little notepads, but the notepads can't be very thick. It's just, I have so many cool ideas to put in for my snail mail, but there's only so much can go into a package, right? So yeah. So anyways, so we're out and about for a walk. Go to the bathroom in the backyard, right? Anyway, that's a whole nother issue with my dog. And I know many of you will have many ideas on what to do and how to train. And look at how I'm dressed. Like, my dog is going crazy. And it's cooler today, so I have So anyways, that is what I'm doing today. Looked at the astrology today, and my brain just went blank. I think with the moon still being in Taurus and the sun in Leo, and Mercury's almost out of shadow, thank goodness. I think it comes out of shadow today, later on today, tomorrow. And with Venus edging her way towards Libra, we'll be going into Libra. Not today, but she's getting very close, as she is slowing down as well. So I'll go into more details about the astrology later. Today, I'm just out for a walk, and I have my one card, $10 readings. Moon readings will be going out on Sunday. And today, just trying to chill, but do some creating things. And learning that certain things like my printer doesn't print as well as I hoped it print. Is a cute pup? Hang on. This is a cute puppy. Look at it, it's so cute. Of course, there's my puppy. She's doing her thing, and she just wants to go, right? And then the neighborhood. Yep, the neighborhood. What's happening in the neighborhood as we are going out for a walk. Mateus didn't want to go for a walk. He said he thought it was too cold, too this. That's one of the drawbacks of not having a vehicle where you could just sort of drive somewhere and he could just play. I know we have a park at the end, but he's 11, and the park is mainly it's targeted towards smaller kids. Oop, dead squirrel. Won't show that on the video. So, oop, look at this. Nature. Ooh, nature. Look at the nature. Isn't that pretty? Bees doing their things. Pretty is that? Yeah. I love Russian sage because it's a beautiful filler in your garden, and you can do so much with it, and it's drought proof. So their garden is really nice because it's very whimsical and pretty. Love it. And then they have some ornamental trees in here as well. Plus, a spruce tree. So we're just going around the block today. We're not going too far today, so that's good. And what I love about their place here, they leave little water out for the dogs so they can have water. She's picky about her bowl. She usually only likes the blue bowl. She doesn't like the other bowl. And yeah, so looking at the whimsical flowers and getting ideas for colors. Now, I've been told a lot of things. That when you're designing something you should have your color palette and what your color palette is. I have colors I like. I love the teal colors and stuff. But then as the seasons come, my color palette changes, right? Aren't these beautiful? Echinacea, so pretty. right? So my color palette changes with the seasons. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the way I am. And I am slowly, these are pretty too, going from changing my name to just being Mama G. Mary June Tracy Mama G from the Guru Mama, and venturing away from the Guru Mama. Now, of course, people still know me as the Guru Mama, and that's fine. Ooh, wildlife, squirrel, wildlife dog. Ooh, another squirrel across the street. Yep, she wants to go after it. But changing my name. Okay, let me face the camera. Changing, well, it's not really changing. A lot of people call me Mama anyways, and Mama G. And the G can stand for guru, it can stand for grandma, it can stand for gorgeous, genius, you know, scrumptious. So I feel, oh, another squirrel. I feel that, I don't know, I just feel like it's a change, and changing it to, so that means some of my cards, my placements. I've been looking at new ways of doing when I do markets, on displaying things, on how to display things and stuff. So things like that. Love to have your input and what your thoughts are. Go straight. Don't stop in front of me. Like, all of a sudden she just stops. So I'd just like to have your input on things too. I mean, a lot of people are going to give their input anyways on stuff because that's what people do. And I don't mind. Sometimes it's just like, thanks for all the ideas, but that's not where I'm going and stuff. So just out and about, going for a walk. Lots of news on other things. And that's the other thing, is like I'm trying to avoid, excuse me, a fly just went on my nose. Trying to avoid things in the news. I know that's what people know me for and talking about. The reason being is that I feel I want to spend more time on looking at more positive things. Not saying that the world, I know what the world is like, trust me, and I know the shit that goes down. But getting people more on a different vibrational plane, I feel, is an important thing to start doing because of intensities that are coming down. And the more intense things are going to get, I don't want people going down the crazy rabbit hole of doom and gloom, right? And even though that things are getting very desperate and very kind of out of hand. And so I really want to, I know about the conspiracies, I know about the young guy who just died, and so many conspiracies that are coming out. Things about Perez Hilton. Understand all of that. And the things to do with Grande or whatever the frig her name is. And whatever her name is. I just can't. So to me, that's not important. Here, I gotta show you something. They are just gorgeous. Look at them. Beautiful job. Nice. And then they got the little buttercups. See? Yeah, I get SOS. Shiny object syndrome. Maybe I'll call it FOS. Flower object syndrome. But that's the thing. I do know about these things. I understand what's going on. And I look at the astrology. And the astrology is, it's positive, but there is turbulence there. And the thing is, with this, even though shit happens to you or shit's going on, you have to roll the dice and go for it. You can't just sit still. So, for instance, you might have somebody out of the blue who you thought was a good friend come up and you thought you were going to partnership or whatever, and they fuck you over. You got to do what's right for you, and you got to start taking that stand, and that's where the energy is. So when you're finding that you're having to make decisions, sometimes you have to look at the decisions you have to make are for your highest good, and that highest good is like looking out for your own well-being. And if you're not looking out for your own well-being, and you just want to be nicey, and you don't want to offend anybody and everything else, that's not where the energy is. The energy is saying you have to take a stand. You have to roll the dice. You have to look at what is best for you, your family, and your situation, and go from there. Some people aren't going to like it, but that's okay. They're not living your life. They're not walking your shoes, right? And this is where we have to start looking. And that's why, rolling the dice is important. It may not work exactly the way you want it. It may not look the way that you want it to look. And that's okay. But you are going to find when you start doing it, and the more you start doing it, more options are going to come towards you and directions on where you need to start going. And that's important with the energies coming in. If you're sitting around trying to be nicey to everybody and not taking the stand, not doing what's right, then you're going to find things are going to be a lot harder probably for you than what it would have been if you decided to take the road which you already thought was turbulent. But that turbulence is going to show you where you could be more profitable, be more caring, be more loving, be more of what you want to be in your life. And that's where things are. I know some people came and for the August snail mail, it's sent out. I don't have any more paper for art right now until my next order comes in. And I'm focused on the September snail mail. So whoever comes in now, it's all for the September snail mail and going. I think I have about 17 people or less, somewhere around there. I have to count again. But that's awesome, right? That's a great start. And, rolling the dice and continually doing it each month is going to be my goal at this time. And trying new things and new activities. Okay, hang on. And I'm back home. So, had to do a little poop pickup with the puppers. So I'm going to go back downstairs, edit this, and post it, and go from there. So you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the astrology later. Bye-bye.